7 foods that have more calcium than milk get stronger bones. Have you ever looked at a glass of milk and thought, this is my best friend for strong bones? What if I told you there are foods, yes, everyday foods that contain more calcium than milk, and they might already be in your kitchen right now? And here's something even more surprising. Some of these foods aren't just better for your bones, they're also easier to digest, kinder to your heart, and perfect for people over 50. Hi there and welcome back. Healthy Life 365 channel. My name is James, and in today's video we're diving deep into a topic that matters a lot more than we often realize: calcium. Now I get it, if you're over 50 you've probably heard 1,000 times that you need more calcium to protect your bones, avoid fractures, and stay active longer. Maybe your doctor mentioned it, or perhaps you've seen one too many ads about milk being the best source. But here's the truth. Calcium isn't just about drinking milk, and it's certainly not a one food sol deal. Especially as we age today, you want to show you 7 powerful natural sources of calcium that go beyond the usual. These are foods that are easy to find, simple to add to your meals, and packed with bone-strengthening nutrients. Whether you're lactose intolerant vegan or just someone looking to live healthier without relying on dairy, this video is for you. We'll go beyond just naming foods. We'll break down why they work, how to use them in daily life, what mistakes to avoid, and how to combine them with other nutrients to maximize absorption. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and explore how to care for your bones naturally, deliciously, and sustainably. Are you ready to rethink what you know about calcium? Let's get started. Punch before we dive into the list. I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever struggled to get enough calcium without relying on dairy? Or maybe you found a food that greatly impacted your energy, sleep, or bone health? Let's share in the comments below. Your experience could help someone watching today, maybe even someone like you, why calcium is more than just milk talk. When we think of calcium, the first image that comes to mind is usually a glass of cold milk. Maybe even with a cookie on the side. We heard, drink your milk so you'll grow strong. But as we get older, our bodies and our bones tell a different story. Many people don't realize that getting enough calcium isn't just about how much you eat, but how well your body absorbs it. And unfortunately, as we age, our ability to absorb calcium naturally decreases. Calcium plays a role far beyond just keeping our bones from becoming brittle. It also supports proper muscle function, including your heart nerve signaling, so your brain and body stay in sync, and even hormone release. I once had a neighbor, Mary. She's 68 and full of life. But last winter she slipped on her porch and fractured her wrist. She told me, I thought I was doing everything right. I drink milk every day. Turns out her calcium levels were still low. Her doctor explained that it wasn't just about the milk, it was about how her body processed it and what else she was or wasn't eating. This is a common mistake, assuming milk is the golden ticket to strong bones. But in truth, calcium comes from many sources, some even richer and more effective for absorption. And the good news: many of these sources are more accessible, plant-based, and easier on the stomach, especially for those who are lactose intolerant or prefer non-dairy options. So if you've been thinking calcium starts and ends with milk, I promise what comes next will surprise you. Let's begin with a tiny seed that's significantly impacting bone health: chia seeds. Chia seeds, the tiny giant of bone health. If someone told you a single tablespoon of tiny black seeds could help strengthen your bones, you might raise an eyebrow. But chia seeds, yes, the same ones you've seen sprinkled on smoothie bowls or stirred into overnight oats, are one of nature's most potent sources of calcium. Just 100 grams of chia seeds contain over 600 milligrams of calcium. That's more than most dairy products, and they come with extra benefits like omega-3 fatty acids, great for heart and brain health, fiber for better digestion, and plant-based protein. But what makes chia seeds special is how versatile and gentle they are on the body. Especially as we age, chia is a perfect choice for those who experience stomach discomfort from dairy or simply want a more plant-focused diet. You might be wondering, how do I use these? Let me give you a simple idea. Overnight chia pudding mix: 2 tablespoons of chia seeds with 1 cup of almond milk or any milk you like, a little honey or cinnamon, and let it sit in the fridge. Overnight, in the morning, it becomes a creamy, satisfying, calcium-rich breakfast. One of my viewers, Alan, who's 72, wrote in to say he started adding chia to his morning yogurt after watching one of our previous videos. 3 months later, his doctor said his bone density had improved. Is it all because of chia? Probably not, but it sure didn't hurt the takeaway. Tiny changes like adding chia seeds to your diet can build up to significant benefits, especially for your bones. And if you're enjoying learning about these small but mighty foods, wait until you meet the next one. It's crunchy, delicious, and something. You might already be snacking, and let's talk about almonds. Almonds, a crunchy way to support bone strength. Let's be honest, snacking is a part of life. And when that afternoon craving hits, it's easy to reach for chips or cookies. But what if we told you there's a delicious, satisfying snack that also helps support bone health? Enter almonds. These crunchy little nuts are more than just tasty. They're packed with nutrition. Just 100 green of almonds give you around 260 mg of calcium. That's a solid boost toward your daily needs, but almonds don't stop there. They also provide magnesium, which helps your body absorb calcium better. Vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that supports cell health and healthy fats that keep your heart strong. Now here's where it gets interesting. Magnesium and calcium are a dream team for bones, while calcium helps build the bone structure. Magnesium ensures calcium goes where it needs to into your bones, not your arteries. One of our community members, Judy, age 65, shared that she started keeping a small jar of almonds on her kitchen counter every afternoon. She grabs a handful instead of cookies. Not only does she feel more energized, but her nails and bones seem stronger too. And guess what? Almonds are easy to add to your day. Eat them plain as a snack, sprinkle them over salads or yogurt, try almond butter on toast, or make your almond milk at home. It's easier than you think. The best part, unlike many calcium supplements, almonds come with a whole package of nutrients your body can use. So next time you're reaching for a snack, let your bones thank you. And speaking of seeds and snacks, there's another tiny powerhouse waiting in your pantry. Next are sesame seeds, which are small but mighty. In calcium, sesame seeds and tahini, small but mighty for bone health. Sometimes the most potent nutrients come in the teeniest packages. Sesame seeds are the perfect example. You've probably seen them sprinkled on burger buns or sushi rolls, but did you know that 100 g of sesame seeds contain nearly 1,000 milligrams of calcium? That's almost 4 times more than milk. Pretty impressive for something so small, right? But sesame seeds offer more than just calcium. They also provide magnesium and phosphorus, both essential for maintaining bone structure, zinc, which supports bone regeneration, and healthy fats that help reduce inflammation and support joint health. One of the best things about sesame seeds is how easy they add to your meals. They don't require any fancy prep. You can sprinkle them on salads or roasted vegetables, add them to baked goods like muffins or bread, or try tahini, a creamy sesame paste that's a staple in Mediterranean and Middle Eastern cuisines. I remember visiting a friend in Lebanon a few years ago. Every morning, her father would have a piece of flatbread with olive oil and tahini, a tradition in their family for generations. He was 82 and still walked several miles a day without a cane. It made me think maybe we've overlooked something about these traditional food. So one tiny note to remember: sesame seeds are high in oxalates, which can slightly reduce calcium absorption. But when eaten as part of a balanced diet, rich in magnesium and vitamin D, their benefits far outweigh the concerns. So next time you're garnishing your dish, don't underestimate the power of a sprinkle ready to meet a calcium-rich food from the ocean that might surprise you even more. Let's dive into sardines. Yes, with the bones, sardines with bones, nature's calcium capsule. If you're like many people, sardines might not be at the top of your grocery list. They have a strong flavor, come in a can, and well, they still have bones, but that last part, that's their superpower. Sardines, when eaten with their bones, are one of the richest animal-based sources of calcium. Just 100 grams can provide around 380 milligrams of calcium. Those tiny bones are soft enough to chew and digest easily, but the magic of sardines doesn't stop there. They also contain vitamin D, essential for calcium absorption. Omega-3 fatty acids reduce inflammation and support heart and brain health, and high-quality protein, perfect for maintaining muscle mass as we age. Here's something not everyone knows: calcium supplements can sometimes cause buildup in places you don't want it, like arteries. If you're low in vitamin D, sardines naturally solved that puzzle by combining calcium with vitamin D in one bite-sized package. My uncle Joey in his 70s used to dismiss sardines completely. Then one day his cardiologist recommended them for their heart benefits. He gave it a try: mashed sardines in toast with a squeeze of lemon. It's part of his weekly routine, and he swears she has more energy if the idea of eating sardines plain feels intimidating. Try mixing them into tomato-based pasta sauces, making sardine salad with mustard and herbs, or adding them to crackers with sliced cucumber for a simple lunch. So yes, bones and all these little fish are tiny treasure chests for your health. And if you're looking for a calcium-rich food that's plant-based and incredibly versatile, let's explore the power of tofu, especially the kind made with calcium setofu, the vegan superfood. You might be missing tofu might already be on your radar, especially if you're exploring plant-based options, but did you know that not all tofu is created equal regarding calcium? Here's the secret: tofu made with calcium sulfate or calcium setofu is a hidden gem for bone health. In just 100 grams, you can get around 350 milligrams of calcium, comparable to a glass of milk but with zero cholesterol. And entirely plant-based. Why does this matter as weege? Many of us become more sensitive to dairy. Tofu provides an easy, gentle alternative, whether you have lactose intolerance, digestive discomfort, or simply want a lighter diet but don't let it soft. Texture fool. Tofu is a powerhouse high in plant protein. Great for maintaining lean muscle. It contains iron and magnesium and, of course, fortified with calcium when made the right way. If you're wondering how to use it, tofu is famously versatile. It soaks up whatever flavors you pair it with. Sweet, savory, spicy. Anything goes here. Are some easy ideas: stir fry with broccoli and garlic. For a calcium-rich dinner, blend into smoothies. For a creamy texture boost, or bake tofu cubes with olive oil and herbs. As a crispy, healthy snack, I once met Carol, a retired nurse in her 60s, who switched to tofu after her cholesterol spiked. She said, "I never thought I'd like it, but now I crave it." Her doctor gave her a thumbs up, and she's never looked back. The takeaway with the right tofu: you're not just eating a meat alternative, but feeding your bones. Next, let's walk into the garden and look at a leafy green that packs a surprisingly strong calcium punch. Kale is up next, and it's more than just a health food trend. Kales versus collarded greens, the calcium showdown regarding leafy greens. Kale has gotten a lot of attention in recent years. It's been in smoothies, chip salads, you name it. But there's another leafy green quietly standing in the corner, just as nutritious. And sometimes even better: collard greens. Both greens are excellent calcium sources, especially for those avoiding dairy. Here's how they stack up. Kale provides about 150 milligrams of calcium per $100. Its bioavailability makes it shine, meaning your body can absorb that calcium well. Collarded greens, on the other hand, offer about 230 mg per 100 gram, and they're also rich in vitamins K, A, and C, all of which support bone health. The best part: neither is high in oxalates, the compounds in some veggies like spinach that block calcium absorption. I once spoke with a retired teacher named James who loved gardening. He grew collarded greens in his backyard and ate them almost every day, usually sautéed with garlic and a bit of olive oil. When his doctor checked his bone density, he was above average for his age. James laughed and said, "Must be the greens." It's a simple reminder that the things we grow and eat regularly can truly shape our health. So, which one is better? Honestly, both are winners. Kale is great raw in salads or smoothies, while collarded greens hold up beautifully in warm dishes. Rotate them throughout your week, giving your bones a powerful boost. The next part is essential if you really want to ensure your body uses that calcium properly. Let's talk about the nutrients that help your body absorb calcium and the ones that get in the way boosting calcium absorption. The nutrients that help and hurt. You've started adding more calcium-rich foods to your plate: chia seeds, almonds, tofu, and leafy greens, which is a fantastic step. But many people miss the point. It's not just what you eat, but how your body uses it that matters. To truly benefit from calcium, your body needs a few important helpers, and you need to avoid a few sneaky blockers. Let's start with the good guys. Vitamin D. Think of it as calcium's best friend. Without enough vitamin D, your body can't absorb calcium properly. You can get it from sunlight, fortified foods, and fatty fish like salmon and sardines. Magnesium. This mineral plays a key role in converting vitamin D into its active form. It's in leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. Vitamin K2. This lesser-known vitamin helps direct calcium into your bones and away from your arteries. You'll find it in fermented foods like natto, hard cheeses, and egg yolks. And now, for the not-so-helpful guests, high salt intake can cause your body to excrete more calcium through urine. Too much caffeine may slightly reduce calcium absorption, so keep your coffee and tea in moderation. Oxalates in spinach, beet, Greens and rhubarb combine to calcium and block its absorption. My friend Grace was taking a high-dose calcium supplement daily, but still showed signs of low bone density. Her doctor eventually discovered she was severely low in vitamin D after adjusting. Her routine, adding a daily walk in the sun and a small vitamin D supplement, things improved significantly. The lesson: it's not always about more calcium, it's about creating the right environment inside your body to use it. Well, and speaking of using it, well, how much calcium do you need? Let's make it clear and straightforward in the next part. How much calcium do you need and how to track it? By now we've talked a lot about calcium, where to find it, how to absorb it, and even what gets in the way. But let's pause for a moment and ask, how much calcium do you need each day? According to the National Institutes of Health, adults age 51 to 70 need about 1.00 mg daily for men and 1.200 mg for women. Adults over 70 need 1.200 mg per day, regardless of gender. That might sound like a lot, but it becomes quite manageable when you break it down across 3 meals and a snack. Here's an example of how that might look. In a dacha pudding in the morning, 180 mg, a serving of tofu stir-fry; at lunch 350 mg, a snack of almonds 100 mg and collarded greens; with dinner 230 mg, add calcium fortified plant milk. And you're right where you must be, but how do you keep track? There are several simple tools you can use: a basic food diary or a note on your phone apps like MyFitnessPal or Chronometer, which let you log meals and see your daily calcium intake, or just a good old checklist of your favorite calcium-rich foods taped to your fridge. I helped my aunt create a weekly calcium chart on her kitchen whiteboard. Every day she'd check off items as she added them to her meals. She said it made healthy eating feel more like a game than a chore, and she loved seeing her progress. Remember, it's not about being perfect every single day. It's about consistency over time, and with everything you've learned, you're more than ready for the final step. Let's wrap this all up with a 7-day challenge to implement your new knowledge, your weekly bone strengthening challenge. We've covered much in this video, more than just foods or nutrients. We've talked about habits, about choices, and about caring for the one thing that carries you through life, your bones. So now it's time to take everything we've learned and put it into action. Here's a simple challenge to try. This week, the 7-day Strong Bones Challenge focus on including one of the calcium-rich foods we've discussed each day. Mix and match however you like. Here's a sample schedule to inspire you. Day 1, add chia seeds to your oatmeal or smoothie. Day 2, snack on a handful of almonds or almond butter toast. Day 3, make a simple tahini dressing or sprinkle sesame seeds over a salad. Day 4, enjoy sardines on whole grain toast or in a pasta dish. Day 5, fry some calcium-set tofu with your favorite veggies. Day 6, make a kale salad or sauté collarded greens with garlic. Day 7, combine your favorites for a nourishing bone-boosting meal bonus. Tip: track how you feel, any changes in energy, digestion, or mood. Sometimes it's the small shifts that make the most significant difference. And when the week is up, return and share your experience in the comments. Tell us what you tried, what you liked, and what you'll keep doing. You might inspire someone else to take the first step too. If this video helped you see calcium differently, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you won't miss our next video packed with more ways to stay healthy and strong after 50. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind to your body, and stay strong. You've got this string.